bullshit. Better miss me with that bullshit. Better miss me with that bullshit. Bang.
September 14th.
9/14. 14 plus 9 is?
23.
You married October 13th. 10/13. 23.
Hey guys, what's up? Lexa here. Say hi, Piff and Puff. I just got back from this art fair thing, and I totally went alone, all by myself, dressed like this. Yeah, I'm such a weirdo. I even have matching shoes. I just got them in the mail. They pretty fly, don't you think? Love them. I wasn't planning on making a video for a long time, but this, I don't know. Some really interesting, weird stuff has been happening, occurring and reoccurring in my life for a long time, but it's been very persistent, and I've been kind of keeping track of it for the past few days. It's something that's recently been really, really persistent, and that is that it seems like everywhere I look, I see the number 23 now. Not every time I look, but every time I look, by chance, unconsciously, when I'm not trying to. Like, I'll usually see it like 15 times a day. The average human physical biorhythm is 23. And if you don't know what a biorhythm is, it just means that we pick up habits and predict things and kind of get into a groove by the 23rd day of the month. So if something changes after 23 days of doing it, we'll kind of get this gear system going down, a biorhythm. Now, let's see here. Let me go and read off to you. Oh, come on, you stupid whole drive. I mean, it's weird because, like, I'll go into the bathroom and I'll look at a bottle of shampoo, and somewhere on there, the code is, like, 72304-28. But, like, which is, you know, I mean, that's just, like, picking cherries right there. But, I mean, the number 23 is still in there, right? What's even weirder is that a part of my EIN number for my business, and if you don't know what an EIN number, it's an employment identification number. It's kind of like a social security number for businesses. In my business social security number is the number 23, which is kind of interesting. Here we go. Another thing is really cool is my one friend, Menthol Kratom, who's a YouTuber on here. For some odd reason, he told me to check out this video director, Cole Bennett. And I was like, why does that name sound familiar to me? Cole Bennett, like I know him. Lo and behold, a few days ago, I had taken a screenshot of Cole Bennett to remember him. But I took it on the 23rd, which was weird. And I think that's why I took a screenshot of it. So I took a bunch of screenshots from the last 24 hours. And I'm going to put them here for you so you can maybe take notice of some of them too. Can't really write this shit or make it up. And I was kind of afraid to look up what it meant because I thought that 23 had something to do with 666 or I don't know. I don't really know. But I looked this up. I remember when I lived in New York, me and my friend had an inside joke about the number 23, and it would be weird because sometimes he would comment on my posts and it would literally say like 23 minutes ago and some shit. Like, I can't make this up. I'm pretty sure I have screenshots of it. I looked up the meaning of it because this has been happening to me a lot throughout the years, especially in the last few days. Street signs, every time I look at the clock, battery percentage, the timing of video clips I take will a lot of the time be 23 seconds. The number of tips I get at work, the number of texts, calls, voicemails, the timing of the voicemail will be 23 seconds. The number of spam in my folder is usually 23 emails. The number of notifications I have, 23. And the weirdest thing to top it all off is that I was born on the 23rd of October. And so I looked this up, and apparently it's a way that the universe communicates with you, that you are on the right path and you should follow your heart. This is what it says. So here, aside from that, are 23 facts about the number 23, which might freak you out. 23 is a prime number, and it's the most popular prime number. It is the lowest prime number that consists of 2 digits. Prime numbers have been described as the atoms of mathematics, which is pretty interesting. The Bible does not let 23 pass without conferring upon it, whatever the fuck that means. In the Old Testament, it was unspecific, but it said that Adam and Eve had 23 children, daughters in specific. The 23rd verse of the first chapter of Genesis brings on creation. The 23rd chapter of the book of Genesis deals with death. I guess the story of Father Abraham. Had many sons. Maybe he had 23 sons. Had Father Abraham. The most famous and most quoted psalm is Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. You know, the one that everybody says in horror movies before they're dying or walking towards some weird shit, you know. The number 23 has 2 movies based around it. Obviously the one with Jim Carrey called The Number 23. There's another one though, and it's a German movie called 23. I've never seen it. I'm probably gonna watch it. Each character is obsessed with the number 23, but characters in movies are not only obsessed with the number 23. It seems like a lot of famous people in history have been obsessed as well. John Forbes Nash, who was a Nobel Prize winner and economist, the movie A Beautiful Mind was based on him. He had suffered with a mental illness, I guess, and his breakdown, I guess, happened when he got a photograph of Pope John the 23rd, and then after that, he published 23 scientific articles. Freaky 23 numerical coincidences. Charles Darwin's Origins of Species. It was published in 1859. 8 plus 5 plus 9 is 23. Divided by 3 is 0.666. And here's another freaky one. The Hiroshima bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when we dropped the bomb on them, it was dropped at 8:15 a.m. 8:15 in the morning. So 8 plus 15 equals 23. 23rdians are a group of people who prescribe to this mystical, magical power of 23, and they see it in multiple combinations throughout their days and their life. In the disaster movie Airport, the bomber was sitting in the 23rd seat. The number of crosses on Calvary at the end of Monty Python, 23. In Die Hard with a Vengeance, a train derails. It derails at station that is 23rd station, I think. One of my favorite freaky coincidences, because I love this movie, The Big Lebowski, Coen Brothers, the lane that they always use to bowl in is the 23rd lane, which is really cool. Apparently in the TV show Lost, one of the characters has to input this number into the computer to avoid some crazy unknown fate, and it's a number that haunts them, and that number is 23. Now, I've never seen Lost, but I think I might watch it because I think I might really love it. I waited 10 years to watch The Office, and it's one of my favorite shows now. This one you've probably heard, and that's the terrorist attacks on September 11th. It's one of the most disturbing powers of the number 23, and I'm not going to give this power to the number 23 because it's a horrible thing to be talking about and trying to make it seem cool, which is not what I'm doing, but these are just random facts. The figures in the date 9 plus 11 plus 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1. So the date, September 11th, 2001, add up to 23. The date had been chosen randomly by hijackers on September 11th because 911 is the U.S. emergency digits. One of the best and most famous basketball players in history, Michael Jordan, number 23. 23 is an infamous number in basketball, and a lot of famous athletes have chosen that number after because of Michael Jordan. William Shakespeare was born on the 23rd as well, and he also died on the 23rd. I believe he died on his birthday, but the date was also the 23rd that he died. Kurt Cobain was born in 1967. 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 7 is 23. He died in 1994. 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 4 equals 23. Star Wars, A New Hope, Skywalker, Han Solo, and Chewbacca sneak into this place, and it's called Detention Block AA-23. They do this to rescue Princess Leia. And apparently George Lucas had a police robot called 23 in one of his first films. And I guess stormtroopers are kind of police robots, I guess. Evil police robots. They're not robots, there's people under there, but, I mean, in Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities, this woman is calling out all the victims of the guillotine, and in the last chapter, she calls out the number 23 as the last person dies, I guess, or some shit like that. This one is really, really crazy. So I'm going to read this one to you because I found it. The Knights Templar, the order of soldier monks who eventually fell foul of the Vatican and have been subject of conspiracy theories about the Holy Grail, has 23 grandmasters. So that's some OG conspiracy theory shit. The first Morse code transmission was "What hath God wrought?" Was a Bible passage. Numbers 23:23. In Telegrapher's Code, 23 means break the line. Now, I don't know what break the line means, but I'm assuming it's something to do with Morse code. 23, 23, 23, 23, 23, 23. That's not what I want. Quick preview. Oh. Explain. Okay. This is what I wanted to read. If you've never heard of angel numbers before, they are how angels communicate important messages to you. They will whisper in your ear or lock into your thoughts, and you will see the angel number 23 the next time you look up. 734. I don't know. The number 23 can be displayed on a random house number, on a microwave timer, on a hotel room door, or even the back of a cereal box. Your guardian angels will keep sending you these numbers until you comprehend when their hidden messages meet. If angels are sending you the number 23 in particular, this means that you should make use of your natural talents and abilities. Whoa! You should use them more often to make yourself and others happy. Now, hi Odessa, what do you think about this, huh? She doesn't care. When I read that, your natural talents and abilities more, I was like, You know, because there's been a lot on my mind lately, and I kind of feel like that's maybe sending me a message. I don't know. The whole reason I was freaked out about looking at the number 23 essentially was because I saw this random on the side of my YouTube suggestions, this girl crying comes up, and it's like talking about how these numbers, she thought it was an angel guarding her, and now she's being haunted by a demon, and she was crying so profusely. She's very disturbed and saying that, like, she hasn't been able to leave her house or eat or sleep, or there's demons haunting her, and she thought that the signs were signs from an angel or a guardian angel, but they were absolutely not. They were demonic, and I was like, shit, you know? I don't believe in any of this stuff, you know what I mean? But I just thought it would be cool to research it and look into it more. Your angels are encouraging you to follow your heart and do what makes you happy. They want you to know it's possible to earn a living while doing something that sets your soul on fire. Isn't that crazy? 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 Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that crazy?
Because lately I've been feeling like, am I going to have to give something up? Or is it possible, you know, that I can, in this day and age, do what I love to do and make a living? Because I am, and I'm very happy, and when I go out and I surround myself with the certain type of people and the right type of people, I realize that, yes, that you can do what you want to do and it can work. And that there are people like you out there. There is a place where you belong out there. You just have to go and find it. That you don't have to change to adapt to your surroundings. You can go to where you fit into your surroundings. Don't expect an instant bestseller. Even the most successful authors had to go through disappointments and rejections before they finally struck gold. Well, obviously. What's even weirder is that I was at work trying to watch this episode of The Office, and it kept saying, error, sorry, we can't, error, sorry, refresh, timeout. And the episode I was on was the 23rd episode of season 3 of The Office. And I kept refreshing it, and finally, boom, I got it. The angel number is 23. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Hopefully this is legitimately something that has some sort of significant meaning. I know I've been reading a lot about atoms and photons and light being reflected and how the universe was created and Schrodinger's cat theory. And I've been reading a lot about science. And if prime numbers and mathematics has anything to do with it, I mean, maybe there is some sort of circadian rhythm or pattern to the world, you know? And maybe our brains are electric and maybe they sense those things. I don't know. Me wearing an alien bra right now and talking about all of this is going to look really weird. I'm very aware of that. Welcome to my planet. Anyways, by the way, I wanted to let you know I made this ring. It is a bow. I made this bow. It is a bow. This ring is a bow. This bow is a bow. I made them both. They're on my shop, lexaterrestrial.com/collections if you want to skip it and make it shorter. I also made this bra. You can follow me on Instagram at Lexa's Dollhouse, Lexas Dollhouse, Lexa's Dollhouse. And interestingly enough, I'm doing a sale for a couple more days. Use the code GreenFriday2017 in all caps, and you can get 23% off on my site. Yep. Since making this video, I gotta say, the number has haunted me even more. And I was joking with my DJ, Lanebot, when I was up in Miami, but I was seeing it everywhere every time I looked at the clock. And I was going through my old voicemails because I was trying to clear my phone out because it was running out of room and it was like deleting all this shit. And I was like, no. So I was going through old voicemails and I went through one of his and I was like, and I was joking with him and I was like, hey, guess how long your voicemail is? And he's like, what? And I was like, 23 seconds. And I mean, it didn't really stop there. I was at the bar with this kid that I met who was an artist, and we went out that day, and I got us both drinks, and it came out to $23 even, and I texted that. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I did my performance. I went to bed. I got on a plane the next day, and Art Basel was amazing, by the way, but my gate to get on the plane was E23. Out of all 50 gates, it was E23. They have A, B, C, D, E. Mine was E23 to get on my plane. I took a picture because I didn't know. I had to go. I was transferring. I had to go and look at the sign and find out which gate I would be transferring. And I took a picture and I was like, this is my gate. This is my gate. Check it out. And he was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I'm on the escalator and I'm smiling because I was like, I can't fucking believe this. This is crazy. And I look up at the sign that's flashing the time while I'm going down the little escalator to get on my flight, and it's 1:23 p.m. And I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, this is insane. Since then, the numbers haunted me much more, and I'm going to put pictures in here just to prove it. It's seriously everywhere. It's just absolutely ridiculous, and I can't seem to escape it, but I just wanted to tell you that extra little story because I thought it was insane. Yeah, it's just insane and crazy. You know, it could just be a coincidence, but every time I look at the clock, it's 23. It's like, I don't know, that number's never carried meaning to me before. It's never been a lucky number of mine. It's never been a number of any significance. but in the last few years, it's been popping up everywhere. So, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting and cool. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say.